Hi there. Please pause for a second and spend the next couple of minutes with us because you'll learn something valuable and you're going to have fun. My name is Maggie Perotin. I'm a business and leadership coach, owner of Stairway to Leadership, and here is my guest.
Hi, and I'm Lawrence Fox from Accounting Wizard Solutions, and I'm the bow tie wearing, fountain pen wielding online CPA that specializes in working with coaches, consultants, and creatives.
And we're both members of Business Advisory Networking Group, and this is a rapid fire interview with Lawrence. So, Lawrence, are you ready?
I was born ready.
Great. Okay. So I would love to know what is one of the recent books that you've read and you would highly recommend?
Ooh, Daniel Pink's book on the timing called When.
When? I will want to know more about it. But okay, Daniel Pink's on timing. When? Okay, so now let's go into bookkeeping. What are what are some three biggest mistakes that you see your clients make before they come to you to help them with the bookkeeping and maybe give them some tips of how to avoid it?
Number one, they don't reconcile their bank. Number two, they mix their personal and their business. And number three, they don't come to see me or somebody like me soon enough.
Okay, so A, reconcile your bank. If you don't know how to do it, go and see Lawrence. B, have separate bank accounts for your business and personal. And three, see Lawrence as soon as you can, pretty much.
Don't come to see me after 9 months of the year and say, catch me up now.
Because the taxes are gone.
Because I'm
Exactly.
going to say, no.
That's funny. Okay, quick question, just either or. Theater, cinema, or sports? Watching. What do you prefer to watch?
Sports.
Sports. Wow, I did not expect that.
Watch, yes, not to play.
Yeah. No, that's cool. See, I learned something about you today. Okay. And the next thing I wanted to ask is you're always super positive. Every time I see you, it's super positive. So, how do you keep positive? What are your secrets? Share some of them with the audience.
Yes, because I've always been a positive person. I've had some health challenges in my life and I'm still here. So I got out of bed this morning. I'm feeling terrific because I've seen the alternative up close and in person.
Okay, I love it. I love that perspective. Just being positive because we're healthy and we can do
Because I'm
things
here.
while being healthy. I love it. Okay, so let's talk quickly about some bookkeeping software. So, what would you recommend for somebody that maybe they're just starting or somebody who's more, and then somebody who's more advanced as the business grows?
Well, I have to admit, because I've decided I specialize in using QuickBooks Online,
Hmm.
sometimes QuickBooks Desktop, because I decided rather than know somewhat about multiple packages, I decided I'd become pretty darn good at one. I'm not going to call myself an expert.
Okay.
So that's the one I happen to use. That's the one I recommend to most of my clients, although in some cases there may be some other packages that may be more suited towards them. But if they're at the point where they need a proper bookkeeping and accounting package, that's the one I recommend.
Okay, so three reasons why. What are three things about sorry, QuickBooks Online that are great?
It's online so that both you and I can get at the data at the same time without me interrupting you. So I don't have to come to your office. It means I don't get out of the sunniest basement in Thornhill anymore. I can do all my work here instead of interrupting your day. It'll handle about 90% of what 90% of people need. Um, and most of the time, it's relatively simple and easy to use for the average person if they're properly trained at it. I think sometimes Intuit did make a couple of mistakes by advertising it as it's good for everybody, which isn't necessarily true.
Yeah.
You do need a little bit of training on how to use it.
I agree. I use it and I agree. There's some training, and there's a lot of things you can kind of connect together and automate, so you don't need to like it limits, right? The amount of work you have to do as a business owner to
Exactly. And there are certain
prepare the book.
things that for certain industries, there are add-ons to the software that will
Mhm.
make your life easier. And then working with a professional that knows what they are and how to add them to your tech stack um, is probably the best thing for you.
Cool. Okay, last question, and it's about Bang. What's the and you've been a member for a while, so what is the best Bang meeting, in person or online, that you've ever attended?
The funny thing is, it's probably the first online one we did. I had just started going in person to Bang meetings when the pandemic started. And I've
Mhm.
said this a couple of times before that when the pandemic started, and I'm here and I love my wife and my son, but I realized not 24/7. And I needed to see other people and hear other voices. And I was getting actually a little bit depressed. And then, but Dave moved us to online really early in the pandemic.
Mhm.
And for me, that was a lifesaver. Just the fact that I was able to get online and see some people and
Mhm.
talk to other people. Um, that was one of the best meetings I think I've ever seen, just because um, it brought me back in contact with the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you for sharing that story. Okay, that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Lawrence, for coming and doing this with me.
This has been a lot of fun.
Great, great. Okay.